Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on liberation about a certain war that took place in the world for the second time. And this time it focuses on Danish people some who are accused of being collaborators, but they collaborated to survive. And so there's a lot of drama in that. Yeah, maybe this is a new angle. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Heart in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 13, a film by Anders Walter, by the way. Things went great at the Lowry's market, so thanks to all who came out to that. That was surprisingly good. I may be back in February for another one, waiting on an email. So yeah, this is a little more nuanced than your average movie about the big war. What, Joan? God, just got you situated. Now I got to pay attention to you. So it's more stuff. It's not just the bad guys from Germany versus the people. It's also the collaborators, people who are considered collaborators because they worked with the Germans at the time and to survive. And in this case, this guy felt he was saving the lives of people who were trapped inside. I don't think it's a camp, but I think it's a like the Germans forced everybody into an area, and then later, they go after him and his family because he dealt with the Germans. So it looks interesting. It's got a different layer to it. They don't do a lot of movies about the collaborators per se. A lot of times they're very two-dimensional. This looks like it's got a bit of a, extra layer to it. And here, his son is being accused at school. Oh, you're just like your dad. You're a collaborator. And then he has to deal with that. So, it looks interesting. It's a foreign film. I think it's Danish. I think. So, it could be good. It would be interesting to see a foreign perspective on the big war. First act, it appears to start already when the war's in progress, and then things sort of click up and they're forced to evacuate their town. The Germans move them to a specific area, maybe away from the war. But there's too many people, there's not enough resources, people start dying, kids start getting sick. The Germans don't really want to help them, they're caught up in their war, and there's only so many resources. So the main character has to make a choice to collaborate, so to speak, with the Germans to get what they need, so some people survive, and but later they see him as a traitor. So, yeah, tough times. The third act, I don't know. It's based on true events, so typically in these movies it kind of runs its course to the events of the time, so maybe they survive until the war ends. Oh man, they carved something on his head. Maybe they survive until the war ends, and then, it's a scroll of what happened at the end of the war. Let's see. Can I read these credits? Man, these are tough credits to read. Boy, tough. Director of photography. No, I don't want that. Who directed the thing? Written and directed by Anders Walter. Okay, so he did both. I don't recognize any of the actors. Nordist Film Production. Not seeing the name of the country. Oh, a Danish Film Institute. Yeah, so it's Danish. So it's a slightly different perspective on the big war. So it could be more nuanced. It looks more nuanced. It looks very dramatic. Uh, kind of reminds me of what's his face? Oh, the guy who played General Zod in the Superman movies. What the hell's his name? Shannon something. Kind of reminds me of a younger version of him. Let's see if there's a write-up. Inspired by true events, depicts a dark chapter in the history of Denmark and the unimaginable dilemmas that people must face in the wake of a war. Yeah, it looks that way. Looks that way. The deal is simple. We mind our business and the Germans take care of their own. Yeah, not that simple. Not that simple. So yeah, I would probably see this. It's a rare time I would want to see one of these movies. A lot of times, there's just too many of these movies and they don't have a new angle. This seems, at least I don't know much about the country of Denmark during that time, so could be interesting. Made by Danes, so I assume it's going to probably be fairly authentic. So yeah, it's called Liberation. Kind of an odd name for the movie. Doesn't seem to fit, but yeah, I would check it out. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Next up this week, I'll be at the Cape May. It's a Cape May senior living facility on Wednesday. I forget what it's called. Something Care. I'll look it up later. So look for me then. And then next Saturday is WildCon in Wildwood, New Jersey on Saturday. That's the one that's definitely open to the public. So definitely check out that. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one.